The last day of the American Express Bosphorus Cup would be a difficult one for the athletes. 0 wins almost all day in Istanbul. This left the race committee with no other option but to postpone the race for later in the day. For some, the sense of anticipation was only increasing.
We are at the second place right now. We were at the first place Friday. There is a light wind today, and this boat is have very good performance in light wind. We have chance to get the first place.
There was still no wind after hours and hours, and so it was more obvious by now that teams and athletes couldn't just wait idly, doing nothing. Staying alert is very important. So they would trim and tune to the extremely light wind conditions. The favorites too? Among them, Kieref Yelkin, Goblin 3, and Saki.
If the wind is too light, there is an advantage for Goblin because it's a lightweight boat and can go very fast on light winds. She have also an advantage on light wind than heavy.
The day's first race had a really crowded start at the committee boat side particularly. Comet had a late start, and Turkcell Alize did even worse. There was, however, a significant shift in the wind, so the race was finally abandoned. And when the second start was given, the boats were spread all over the starting line, enjoying some great speeds at the pin end, where Matrak and Egher Ayi Ayran. Fenerbahce won and 7 Bella crashed. Very bad news for both teams. Both boats sustained damages. Immediately after the start of the Destec and the IRC4 races, Korea Zigzag and Backup started on top. Arapupa Adrenaline wasn't doing that well at this early stage. And the same could be said for Bosch Blue Moon. Let's return to the IRC categories 1, 2, and 3. Here, Akura was the boat leading the race. And then the wind started abating. Who would win at the end? It's really tough to predict. A few minutes later, it would be an excellent rounding for both Avea and Akura that kept leading the fleet. Goblin was third and thus close to victory in the overall ranking. And the ticket to Porto Servo, of course. A constellation of colorful spinnakers from the rest of the boats on a sunny Sunday afternoon. After a really fast upwind, Avea was now rounding in front of Goblin 3 and Akura. Behind them, it's Kia Lukunku and Turkcell Alize. In the end, however, victory belonged to Goblin 3. They must be congratulated on their skills and tenacity. So, with the Bosphorus Cup now finally over, let's have a look at the results overall. It's not exactly the end, though. There's still a beautiful award ceremony awaiting us tomorrow at the Galatasaray Island. So stay tuned.